my name is Stefania Gatto, and today I'm very blessed and grateful to be here with you guys. I have to say that when I started 8 years ago this business, I was a whole different person. You know, today I get a lot of messages through my social media, especially Instagram, and people tell me, I'm never going to be able to be like you. I don't have the lifestyle you have. I can't show the pictures you do. I don't live in Dubai. I don't have your clothes. I don't even... And people are making all these excuses and telling me how could they ever duplicate what I do because of what they see today. But you need to understand that people see the glory, but they don't know the story. When I started this business, I didn't have Instagram. I didn't even have a smartphone. I didn't even have, I did have Facebook, but just with 30 friends. And honestly, I didn't even have WhatsApp. I know it sounds crazy, but it's incredible how the world has changed in the last 8 years. And I was a very broken woman. If I think of me at the time, I was going through a very difficult divorce. I felt that I wasn't able to do anything because out of love and out of my family situation, I decided to just be a mom of 3 kids. But because we moved, you know, one child was born in the United States, Miami, the other one was born in UK, England, Oxford, and the other one was born in Portugal, Lisbon, I could never follow my own career, my own dreams, because I got married when I was just 25 years old, and I always depended on the father of my kids financially and in everything, I would say everything else. So when marriage was over, money was over for me and the kids, I have to say that I was completely broken. I was broken in the inside, but also was very broken on the outside. So if I look at that woman at that time in my life, I would have never been able to be who I am today. But the beauty of our profession, the beauty of our network marketing, that you have personal growth as you do it. So let's go back a little bit. What were the things that made my belief grow? Because it's all about belief and it's all about mindset. First of all, I want to tell you, it took me practically like 18 months, I would say, to really start to have results in network marketing. I started out of desperation. I started because I needed to make ends meet. At the end of the month, I was having a part-time job. I had no time. I had 3 small kids. The youngest was only 4. And who is a mom there with me? Who is a mother over there that knows very well that kids at 4 years old are completely dependent on us? Then I had an 8-year-old and a 12-year-old, which were broken as well because of the divorce. We moved from an 8-bedroom villa with a great lifestyle into a 1-bedroom apartment where we even had to share bed, which again, I totally loved, thinking back now to be able to have those moments with my kids. But I was actually going through the worst time of my life. And I also had to look strong in front of them. I had to be powerful and don't show them that I was crying. But the truth was that reality was that we didn't even have money to go to the supermarket. So what were the things that changed my mindset? Well, first of all, my faith. Okay, I'm a born-again Christian. I love the Lord, and I read the Bible, and I tell you 83% of the growth, of development, of personal growth is in the Word of God, and I have to say that has definitely helped me, and I'm very, very grateful to the many, many prayers that I did together with my kids to change our lives, because I know this is a door that God has opened for us. Second of all, what I did, I read books. I watched videos, I listened to stories, I listened to people that are doing conferences like that. Whenever I was in the car, we still had CDs. I would listen to the CDs. I would listen to books on, while I was driving. Forget about TV. Forget about chatting on the phone and making no sense with your girlfriends. I had no time for that. Any extra time I had was dedicated to my personal growth, to grow my belief, and to, of course, build my business. Now, I had no clue how to build my business. I was lost, so I had to look for mentors. My mentors were my upline. Actually, I have to say, my husband, Daniel Fire, who was my upline. And later on, because we were working together, he became my husband, but much later. And we have separate accounts. I want to say that. Eric Worre always makes fun of me, but I have to say that because I built it really on my own. And for a long time, I had this cliche, Stefania is only successful because she's married to Daniel Fire. So I always repeat that, and I know it's kind of funny, but I want to tell to women that it's possible even to do it on your own. But of course, it was a mentor. Eric Worre was a mentor. Ted Newton, with all the articles he always did and show the success of other people, that I never dreamt I could ever one day be here on a stage like this to be able to share my story. I was just inspiring myself and make my belief grow because it's all about mindset, guys. It's all about taking that day a decision. And a moment in my life that many people now use and they tag me on Instagram and all the, the pictures it's a true story. So all of a sudden they told me, you need to have a presence online. I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to post? My life is just a mom. And they were like, no, just share in your heart. Just share what you do. People want to know who you are. And I truly began to just post some simple pictures. In the beginning, I was posting me going to the supermarket. At the beginning, I was posting me being a mom, sharing that amazing bed with them. And I remember that while somebody told me, open your Instagram account, and I went and I looked through the pictures to see what were other people doing. And I see a picture of a little kitten looking in the mirror and seeing a lion. And in that moment, I had one of those haha moments. I thought, wait a second, I want to be a lioness for my kids. The world sees me as a kitten. My name is Stefania the cat, actually. So all my life was meow, meow, meow. And I said, the world sees me as a kitten, but I can be a lioness for my kids. Because actually, it's the lioness that goes out and hunts for their cubs. So I thought, let me do the same for my children. I need to be the provider. I need to lead by example. I need to make my kids proud. So in that moment, I really decided to have a presence online, and I really decided to just be myself, be authentic, be real, be broken if I had to be broken. If I had to cry, I had to cry. And just engage. And of course, most of my followers in the beginning were women, were moms that could relate to me. Still today, I get tons of amazing messages and letters from women all over the world telling me, your story is inspiring me, your story is making me stronger, and I'm doing this for my children. And this is what I did. So I began to understand how to take action, and I worked like if there was no tomorrow. I took massive action. I was multitasking. I remember that I learned, and still today, I learned to be able to be on the phone and still read my social media, answer to all the comments, DM people, be able to put the phone in silent, and still tell my kids what to do, and still have the ability to listen what the other person is saying on the other side of the world. Yes, most of the times is really far away. Today I live in Dubai, and most of my team is all over the world, actually in 128 countries. So this is so incredible, so crazy, because the truth is that I started with a group of friends just, around, coming to my home, really business from home. I was doing it really from there. And I can show you, this picture of one of my first meetings where I'm actually on the floor, drawing circles because I didn't even own a board, and I wasn't even told to have one. So as you can see in the picture, only 3 kids are listening to me and taking notes, and the grandmas are there, and 2 women are listening to me, and of course nobody signed up. But there was something that made a difference in myself compared to others, is that I was not a quitter. People made fun of me, and I used the pain into power. I began to really use all the attacks that I had from the external world, from my friends telling me, Stefania, you lost your home, you lost your cars, you lost your husband, and now you also lost your head. You're going totally crazy. Why are you doing this? But I believed that there was something better out there. And then going to Eric Worre at Go Pro Recruiting Master, I have to say that it really helped me to understand that this was a serious profession. And from being an amateur, I turned into a professional. And when I came back from that conference, when I saw all these $1 million owners, I thought, you know what? Maybe in the States, it's $1 million, but here in Europe, maybe I can make a couple of $100,000 a year. And the truth is that I was totally wrong, thank God, because the world is changing, and Europe is really stepping up the game in making a huge difference, like in this conference, to show that there are multiple 7-figure earners also here, and this is only the beginning. Also because we know the world has changed, things have changed so quickly, so rapidly. I mean, you heard before, 8 years ago, I didn't know WhatsApp. 8 years ago, I didn't even know what the Instagram was. Today, I'm a certified, thousands of followers on Instagram, and I just did it on my own by listening and following what the others told me to do. And something that I always did, that I'm a curious person. I'm very curious. So whenever I want to do something well, I just investigate. I go online, I listen. YouTube is one of my best friends to learn as well. So books, listen to videos, and use your time to grow always. Now, another thing that is very, very important, and that happened to me at the conference, but then I made sure that it grew even more, was the belief in the profession. Guys, I know it's easy to say, to be proud and walk around, oh, hi, I'm a lawyer. Oh, hi, I'm an accountant. Oh, I'm a director of a bank. But to say you're a networker, many times people are ashamed to share with people that we are networkers, because out there, especially still in Europe, we are still back I think we're back like 10 years or 15 years from the United States, but also there, also in America, many people have preconceived ideas of our profession. But the moment I realized that people like Robert Kiyosaki, Richard Branson, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, and many others were saying that network marketing was a business of the 21st century, I thought, let me understand exactly why. And I started to look that the whole world is, especially now, working online, working from home. And that's what I've been doing in the last 8 years. I built my business today completely online. Thanks to Instagram, I'm recruiting 3 to 4 people a week. And I sell tons of products just by making a TikTok sharing the way I use the product. This has totally changed my business. In the beginning, when I started this profession, I was going with the train and my big luggages because I always had my high heels and, I always like pretty dresses. And I think it's very important also the way you present yourself in this business. So I always had my big luggages and going from city to city to city to meet people. Today, I can stand here and outreach the world thanks to the working online, thanks to social media. So this is also very, very powerful to understand that if you're a mom and you have a newborn, you can perfectly work from home. You can actually even share, as you do the business, your kids around you. I will never forget that, as I was getting ready to do my videos and my webinars, and I was very, very scared, I was scared of my own soul. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way I sound. Honestly, just before I got a recording of another conference I spoke to, and I began to hear myself, and I stopped it. Still today, I don't like the way I sound, and I can find tons of reasons why I should have had better hair. Probably even now my hair is kind of funny, and better hair and better makeup. But it doesn't matter. You just have to go and do it. And that's what I did. Whenever I did a video, I even made a mistake sometimes, and instead of redoing it, I would just go on and say, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I'm going to do it again. No. You know what? Let me go on because it's going to be worse the second time. And you will not believe that whenever I would go to big company events, people would come up to me and say, Stefania, I love your videos, because another tip I want to give you, always share